Anything I say in this video is not financial advice. Please do your own research before investing any of your time or money. What's up guys, Blue Moon Mining here, and today I'm going to go over a video on how to solo mine or lottery mine Bitcoin. So, if nobody knows what solo mining is, it is basically a single miner independently conducts an whatever it is. It's very different from pool mining. So mining solo basically means you get paid out the entire block reward, and the entire block reward for Bitcoin is 6.25 or equivalent to about $120,000. So how do you do it, and is it worth it? Now, this is solo mining, and as everyone knows, solo mining, you don't get paid anything until you hit a block, or if you hit a block. Now, we go over to mining pool stats, and go to Bitcoin, the #1 cryptocurrency in the world, and you look at the difficulty. That is how difficult it would be to hit a block. Now there's also a website like solochance.com where you can go type in a certain amount of hash rate all the way up until exahash down to megahash a second, and it will tell you how long it will take. So let's say you do 1 exahash, it would chance per block is 1 in 241, chance per day is 1 in 2, and then time estimate about 40 hours to hit a block. And it'll take you around 2 days to hit a block or less, depending on how lucky you get. One thing you have to remember about solo mining is it's mostly based about luck. Any computer with any hash rate can solve a block, but as the hash rate gets lower and lower, the less likely you will solve the block, meaning your luck will go down or up. The higher the luck is, like if it's over 100, you're not very lucky. If it's under 100, you're lucky. So I don't know if it works that way for Bitcoin necessarily, but it works that way with a lot of other coins. So Bitcoin has a total hash rate throughout the entire network about 275 exahash. Now, what I'm going to be showing you cannot even compare to that. But first I want to go over what you would need to solo mine Bitcoin. Well, of course, you'll need an ASIC miner. But I wouldn't recommend using anything such as an S19 or any of those, because those are very power intensive machines. And also, if you go to terahash, you're using 3,000 some odd watts a day for 95 terahash, and your odds are 1 in 2.5 million, or about 48 years. Now that's a lot of power loss. You are using 3,000 watts, you're losing around, I think it's around $8 a day. So what else is there to do? Well, you could be like me and buy yourself a FutureBit Apollo BTC. I bought the standard USB controlled. I do have to give a little disclaimer about this model particularly, is that it does not run on its own. You have to connect a USB, I believe it's a micro USB to USB into your computer, and you have to download the software, and you have to run it from your computer. When it's running, it will look something like this, and you have to leave this running at all times in order for you to actually be mining. So take that as a disclaimer. It's only $600 for that model, but if you do want it to be on its stand on its own without having to plug it into a computer, you will have to spend around $900 for the full node Apollo package. It comes with a full node, and it also mines, and you have a dedicated hub that you access by finding what IP address it's under and searching it up, and you'll just have to log in. Another warning about this is that over time the storage device like the hard drive that uses an NVMe M.2 drive, from what I'm aware, and it's only got 1 TB. You do have to upgrade the storage as the Bitcoin node starts to fill up more. So just take that as a little disclaimer. But that's one of your options. It is a more spendy option, but any option for Bitcoin is pretty spendy. Now another option is to go over to bitcoinmerch.com and pick yourself up a Marslander Solo Bitcoin miner. This does 250 gigahash. I did not disclose that this does around, if you have it in turbo mode like I have, it does around 2 to 3.8 terahash a second at 200 watts. So I have it in turbo mode. It's pulling a little over 200 watts, and it kind of gets in the range from 3 to 3.8 terahash. Every now and then bumps up into the 4 terahash. So that's 200 watts at about, I would say, 3.2 to 4 terahash. This is getting 250 gigahash at, where's the wattage? It doesn't tell me the wattage, but I would assume it's probably around 100 to 200 as well. It is using a chip off of a Antminer S17, and it has a built-in Raspberry Pi, as you can see. And basically all you do, there are videos. I do not personally have one, so I cannot have a video for you guys on how to set it up, but I know that Red Panda Mining did a video on it, and Bitcoin Merch also has a video right down here if you go to Bitcoin Merch on how to set it up. But it comes in this little box. It's the Marslander, and all it does is solo mine. The only thing you have to do is set up, I believe you only set up the pool that you're mining to. I don't even know if you have to set it up, but it does come with LEDs. You have to set up your Bitcoin wallet and some other things, but the video will go over it. If you guys want to check it out, go for it. It seems like they only have 12 in stock, so Bitcoin Merch, I noticed they don't have a very large stock of most of the miners they have, but they do have other miners such as this one right here. It's a little USB, but those are a little spendy, and you can just normal mine with them. People have actually hit blocks with these things from what I know, but they had a lot of them. They do cost around $200. This comes with one of them into a Raspberry Pi. Has this cool little LED display. So it's pretty cool. But you would have to get it. But there's a lot of risk that come with solo mining, of course. Most of the risk is you're pretty much just wasting money. If you have a high electric rate, like paying 20 or plus cents per kilowatt hour, you're most likely going to be wasting a lot of money using any of these miners. And yeah, so the chance to hit a block with this, let's just average it out and say we're getting around 3.5 terahash. It is a 1 in 68 million chance, 1 in 474,000 a day, or a time estimate of about 1,300 years. Now, Bitcoin ain't going to be mineable in 1,300 years. I don't think Bitcoin's going to be mineable in about 80 years. But yeah, so that is what it's like, or that's the chances with an Apollo BTC. Now this gets 250 gigahash. So we're going to have to throw this down to gigahash and put 250. And of course the chances are going to be way lower. 1 in almost a billion chance, or 1 in 6 million, or 6.6 million a day, or around 18,000 years. Now, me personally, I think we may be extinct in about 18,000 years, but from what I can see, it's nothing. It's not impossible. People have hit blocks with tiny miners like this before. They were in the news. They were just, I don't know. There's been stories, there's been proof, and people have hit blocks with miners. I don't necessarily know if somebody has hit a block with the FutureBit Apollo BTC. Me personally, I am solo mining to CK pool with that. And going over pools, I haven't gone over pools yet, but there are mini pools you can solo mine to. I know the ones that I was using before was LuckyMonster.pro, but CK pool just seems like it would be the best. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is just point your miner to solo.ckpool.org with the 3333. And basically just slap your wallet address. Now there are many wallets for Bitcoin. I personally use Zelcore for mine, but you can also use their go to the actual website bitcoin.org, and they do have a wallet you can get on here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, choose your wallet. It's a little bit more difficult, it seems like, but there are hardware wallets, there's mobile wallets, and there's desktop wallets. So there's a lot of wallets for Bitcoin. Just search up Bitcoin wallet. I'll do that right now. There's going to be a lot that pop up. There's many. I would never, if I'm going to recommend anything, do not point it directly into an exchange. Always keep it on an actual wallet. There can be a risk of losing the reward if you go to put it directly into a exchange wallet. So just be wary of that. But there are a lot of Bitcoin wallets, as you can see. Looks like Bitcoin Core, that's their main wallet. That's the Bitcoin wallet. These two are exchanges. Coinami, MetaMask, BitPay, there's all sorts of things. So yeah, it's not hard necessarily to get it all set up. It's just more of being able to afford the devices to mine with and the patience. There's a possibility you may hit a block. I personally have not. I'm going to continue to solo mine as long as I can in hopes that I do hit a block someday. But constantly having to shut down my rig every now and then for maintenance and stuff is not going to allow me to do that. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it kind of opens up a better perspective that you can buy these little tiny things. This one's specifically made for solo mining. The Apollo BTC is just for mining. It's supposed to be like an easy way to get into mining Bitcoin. It's not the most profitable. I think it makes about 30 cents a day. But this one is just specifically for solo mining. So remember Bitcoin merch. No one in this video is a sponsor, nothing. It's just kind of an informative video on how to get into it. Of course, it's not for everyone. Not a lot of people can afford to take the risk. Some people can, and it's pretty easy to just plug these things in and let them run in the background. So remember, do your own research before you get into any of this. None of this is financial advice, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out.